You may have seen Mckenziw Westmore in some of the soap operas such as All My Children and Passions, but she's also on QVC selling her incredible makeup. When Mckenzie came to me, she did not know exactly what she needed.
I'm almost getting emotional right now because I've never spoken about it. This is the first time I've actually been vocal about this because it's been plaguing me my whole life, and this is my first time talking about this because it's been like a demon hanging over me.
My name is Mckenziw Westmore, born and raised Los Angeles, California, and I'm 45. Well, I wasn't quite sure what I needed, to be honest with you, when I first came in. I just knew something needed to change. And I also knew that I was having a problem with my fillers. I've been an actress my whole life. I even started when I was 3 years old. I was in Raging Bull, was the first film I ever did, as Robert De Niro's daughter. So I've been acting my entire life. But I got my first big break on a soap when I was 20 years old. And as I was working, they basically, in a nutshell, told me that I was overweight and I needed to lose weight. So I did. And in that process, it spun out of control. And I lost too much weight. But I knew being on camera, I had to keep the appearance of looking healthy. And so it was suggested to get fillers.
I'm 5'8" and I dropped under 100 pounds. And because of that, it really ate away at my face. And I thought, okay, well, how can I fix this so I can look good on camera but stay as thin as they want?
Oh, geez. Under 100 pounds, so that's so unhealthy.
It was, I mean, I lost my menstrual cycle. I went through all of the horrible things that an anorexic goes through. But it ate away at the muscle, and I went to a plastic surgeon and said, well, we can just put filler in at 25.
Yeah, okay.
That's the easy way to fix it. So I was like, great, okay. So I started doing filler at a very young age, and then that chased through my entire life. The filler fixed it, but then as I got older, I noticed even things like I had filler put in my brow and it dropped. I didn't go do fillers like the typical Instagram model would do filler. You know, it wasn't like in the typical places. It was in places where I wanted to fill in where I wouldn't look gaunt. But now, as I've been keeping up and trying to chase it, and as we have social media and all these things and trying to keep up with the youth, the fillers are migrating. And that's where my concern is coming into play. The other thing that really bothers me is what I've always called my accordion lines, and just, you know, just the looseness as this is starting to come in. And again, I think it could be because of those fillers starting to dissipate and move, I don't know, but just this starting to get a little loose and not where it used to be.
So when I walked in here to see Dr. Nassif, I loved the way he put it. He basically said, I need to unmake you over. I need to get rid of these fillers.
You know, being in the Hollywood scene for her and wanting to be thin, she lost a lot of weight, and that's really what she was told to do, be really thin. But at the same point when that happens, you lose volume in your face. So at a young age, she started using fillers. Now, what came after that is almost basically the fillers kept going on and sometimes on top of each other. Whether it was the temples, the cheeks, above the eyebrows, lower eyes, the lips, the chin, the jawline. And, you know, once that starts happening, there's always a possibility of a little bit of addiction to fillers. And sometimes fillers can last years in the face. So when I first looked at her, her face was full. There was some asymmetry. And as a matter of fact, a lot of her family and friends said that she looked too masculine. So after my assessment, I said, you know, the first thing we have to do before I can decide what to do with you or for you was to have Laura dissolve all her fillers. Laura is my nurse practitioner, so the goal will be to set up a consultation with Laura to see exactly what we can do to examine where she has fillers and then remove them all.